Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Dami nagsasabi na this phone is the best for 2023. And marami din nagsasabi na hindi. May ibang mas maganda. And so in this video, pag-usapan natin kung masasabi ko this phone is the best or hindi. Tara, pag-usapan natin. So hi guys, ako si Richmond, Gadget Psychic, and welcome back to my channel. So hindi na tayo mag-unbox dahil ang hawak ko lang is simply this phone, ang kanyang C2C cable, and ang kanyang SIM ejector tool. Nothing more. So pag-usapan muna natin ang kanyang form factor. So this phone has carried over yung design niya from the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. No doubt na yung design niya is exactly almost the same. Halos wala namang nakita na pagbabago dito sa phone na ito. So kita natin na square pa rin kanyang design. Sa likod, andyan ang kanyang quad camera setup starting with the 200MP na main camera sensor. Then sa ilalim makita natin, of course, andyan ang ating S Pen, andyan ang kanyang loudspeaker, microphone in, Type-C port, and of course, kanyang SIM tray. Now, sundutin lang natin ang SIM tray. So we can see na there's two slots, isa sa harap, isa sa likod. Both of them are 5G nano SIM ready. So wala tong expansion. And on the side, kita natin ang power button, of course, volume rocker. Sa ibabaw, there's one noise-canceling mic and of course, antenna bands. And on the other side is pretty clear. And sa harap, andyan ang kanyang 12MP na front-facing camera. It's a punch hole, by the way. Now, pag-usapan natin kanyang design. What I like dito sa kanya is very slim ang kanyang bezel. So, medyo a little bit thick dito sa ilalim, but it's quite negligible naman dahil sobrang thin ang ibabaw and sa sides dito, halos medyo negligible na for me. And kita natin, even though na 200MP ang kanyang camera module, makikita mo na it's quite thin. Hindi ganun ka-tumbok, hindi ganun ka-protruded ang mga camera modules dito sa likod ng kanyang phone. And another thing is, mabilis naman i-pop out ang kanyang S Pen. So, definitely if you want to take some notes, andyan lang siya. Pag pinop out mo siya, makita mo lahat ng menu lalabas. So, create notes, view notes, smart select, screen write, live message, AR doodle, translate, and pen up. Or you can add other apps into this one. Makita mo rin ang battery ng pen nandito. So what's nice dito is you can doodle anytime you want. So magsulat lang tayo, Oops. So yan, ginanda na natin sulat natin. So alam na natin itong phone na ito, it has the best processor na available ni Qualcomm right now, and it's the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. So definitely, pagdating sa multitasking, walang problema. Sobrang bilis niya. It's more than what you need. Swiping left and right, well, definitely smooth. Dapat lang. And this is the score na nakuha na dito sa Antutu Benchmark, 1.18 million points. So if you break it down, ito ang score naman makukuha mo. Now, like I said sa aking mga previous video na nire-review ko, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, max out din to, So, I hope na gumawa sila ng bagong software na app na pang-test ng graphics card ng mga phones. Of course, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, laging max out na siya. So, one of the things that I normally check na ngayon pagdating sa mga flagship phones is kanyang thermal throttling. Pag tinignan natin dito sa Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, makita natin the first 10 minutes, okay na okay siya. Then pagdating sa 11th minute, medyo bumaba siya ng konti. But overall kind of performance, I don't really think na it's too much of a big problem. Hindi naman siya namula, but of course, it's still yellow. And ang kanyang max na GIPS na na-achieve niya is 352,000. Malalaman natin later pagdating sa gaming performance. Now, itong phone na ito, it has a 6.8-inch na Dynamic AMOLED 2X, 120Hz of screen refresh rate, HDR10+, and ang kanyang maximum brightness is 1,750 nits. Yung kanyang max, yun ang kanyang pinaka-peak, And itong phone na ito has a resolution of 1440 by 3088, which is a 2K display, by the way. Then it is protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 sa harap. Then sa kanyang side is aluminum metal frame. And ang likod is also a Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 finish. Now, itong phone na ito has a IP68 na dust and water resistance. So, kaya na mag-survive under 1.5 meter for 30 minutes. And ang kanyang armored na aluminum frame can sustain heavier damage, meaning mas tough siya against drop and scratch. Sa phone na ito, medyo may kunting kabigatan, no? At 234 grams. But of course, depende sa tao, no? Sanayan lang. Sa akin naman, okay naman kanyang weight, no? Dahil medyo balance out naman ang kanyang weight dito sa phone na ito. So, hindi mo ma-feel na sobrang bigat even na if you're holding this phone for quite some hours already. Now, one of my favorite things to do dito sa phone na ito is definitely browsing sa social media. Makita natin, no, when I browse dito sa Facebook, sa feeds ko, it's very smooth dahil sa kanyang 120 Hz of screen refresh rate. Now, the phone na ito, when you're browsing on TikTok, okay din siya. Smooth na smooth. Hindi sumasabi to, mabilis din siya mag-load, by the way. So, watching videos dito sa phone na ito, I can see sobra ako nag-enjoy dito. If you're watching Netflix, Disney Plus dito, or just YouTube, lahat okay dahil sobrang ganda ng kanyang display. The colors are punchy, the black is blacker, sobrang tingkad ng kanyang colors, and sobrang sarap manood ng mga videos dito. So I did try binge watching dito sa phone na ito, and I really enjoyed every moment na I spent watching videos on this phone. So if you love watching mga videos when you're on the go, this is probably one of the most perfect devices for you. So tinry ko na makinig ng music dito sa phone na ito, sa Spotify. And of course, ang kanyang loudspeaker is nandito sa ilalim. And of course, nandito sa iyong earpiece. So I can say, ang kanyang loudspeaker is quite loud. Unlike other flagships from other brands, this one probably has the loudest na loudspeaker among other flagship from other brands na na-try ko for this 2023. And definitely, perfect siya for watching movies na naka-loudspeaker or simply playing games or just listening to music. Now, speaking of playing games, naglaro tayo ng 3 game dito, no? So, Call of Duty Mobile, Our Fantasy, and of course, Genshin Impact. So, of course, Call of Duty Mobile, nilaro natin under high graphical settings. This game is a shooting game. And this is probably one of my favorite games, by the way. And nag-enjoy ako sobra dito dahil very responsive ang kanyang touchscreen. And holding this phone, okay siya, no? Yung kanyang grip dito is probably one of the better ones na nahawakan ko. Of course, let's not talk about the mga gaming phones. So, this one, ang kanyang gaming experience dito is definitely nice. And I can say, yung gunshots dito sa Call of Duty Mobile is definitely accurate naman. Hindi naman siya naiiwan, of course. Sa regular 8 Gen 2, I don't really expect anything less from this one. Ang gameplay overall dito sa Call of Duty Mobile is definitely one of the better ones na experience ko from any other flagship phones for this 2023. Tinry ko rin si Tower Fantasy, minax out ko rin lahat ng settings, and this game, I can say, smooth. And wala mo na feel na frame drops dito along the way. And I did play for roughly mga 2 hours this game, no? Dire-diretso. Wala naman na feel na lag. Maybe if meron man sobrang minimal, but overall experience is definitely one of the better ones out there. Now, for the final test, of course, Genshin Impact. This one is probably one of the more graphics intense game na pwede mo malaro on a Android smartphone. And by the way, guys, this one is running on Android 13 and One UI 5.1. So, nilagyan natin si Genshin Impact under the highest graphical settings possible. So, nilagyan natin sa 60 FPS, no? So, along the way, I can say okay naman siya for the first 20 minutes. But as you go along, bandang mga 30 minutes or so, medyo mafe-feel mo may kunting frame drops. Kunti lang naman. And the gameplay is still smooth. Okay pa rin naman siya. I don't really feel too much problem on this one. But if you're playing for mga 1 hour na, mapapansin mo, no, medyo uminit na sa likod. And roughly the highest temperature na naabot ko dito sa phone na ito is around mga 45 degrees Celsius. But if you want to cool it down faster, maybe use a game cooler para medyo mapadali, no? But the gaming experience dito sa Genshin Impact, it's good, but need pa nila optimize to using a firmware update. Now, itong phone na ito has a 5,000 mAh of battery dito sa loob, and it can support up to 45 watts of wired charging, 15 watts of wireless charging, and it also has a 4.5 watts na reverse wireless charging. But of course, like any Samsung flagship phones, wala siyang kasamang charger, no? And let me recommend this one. Ito si Ugreen na GaN fast charger. It has a 100 watts, no? So, this one can definitely charge your phone fast. And what's nice dito sa kanya, no? It has 4 na slot, no? So, meaning you can charge 4 phones all at the same time. So, hindi lang phone ang kaya na i-charge, pati laptop kaya rin niya i-charge. So, ito ang kanyang design. It's very sleek, very small. And pwede mo iligpit din to, no? When you don't need it. Ganito lang, no? Para hindi siya sumabit. And sa likod, kita natin, there's 4 ports. isang USB-A, and tatlong USB Type-C port. Ginamit natin itong Ugreen na GAN charger to charge my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra using yung kanyang default cable, no? So, from 10 to 100, natapos tayo in roughly an hour and 20 minutes. So, if you want to know kung saan nyo pwede mabili ito, link on the description. Now, using this phone as my daily driver for the past 2 weeks, I can say sobra ako nag-enjoy dito sa phone na ito dahil lahat ng gusto kong gawin, kaya kong gawin dito, especially playing with the cameras, playing with the games. It's probably one of the best experience I had for 2023, of course, with a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra na flagship phone. Now, if you ask me if this phone can last me for the whole day, well, it depends, no? There are days na heavy ako sa camera, taking some camera shots, video. Medyo mabilis maubos ang battery dahil, of course, no doubt about that, shooting at 4K 60 FPS, no? Medyo battery draining nga talaga siya. So, roughly maybe half day, kailangan mo na mag-charge. But if you're using it on a normal basis, no? Social media, watching videos, and of course, taking some calls, and lagi ka naka-Wi-Fi naman, one whole day, no problem. Tinanong natin si PC Mark battery stress test. Nakakuha siya ng 12 hours and 10 minutes of screen on time. And itong score na ito, nakuha natin under 50% brightness and of course 60 Hz ang kanyang screen refresh rate na sinet natin. And there's only 2 modes na pwede mong gamitin dito, no? Either use adaptive na kaya na sarili mag-adjust up to 120 Hz or you use the standard na naka-fix ka lang sa 60 Hz. Pero mas nakakatipid nga lang ito ng battery. But since you're already using a flagship phone, you might as well use the 120 Hz para mas ma-enjoy mo ang flagship phone. Now, you can also set your screen to WQHD+, para medyo mas mag-enjoy ka with everything you do dito sa iyong phone. Now, pwede mo i-increase ang iyong touch sensitivity para pag meron kang screen protector, mas mababasa ang iyong mga touch, no? Lalo na ang fingerprint scanner. Now, there's another mode dito, extra brightness. Kung nilagay nyo, no, mas ma-bright pa nga yung screen, lalo na i-maximize ang yung brightness ng yung screen. No? But of course, I recommend you to use this mode only when you're under the bright sunlight. Other than that, don't bother kasi bright na ka ng screen and using this mode would only drain your battery a lot faster. Now, itong phone na ito has 4 camera modules. Pag-usapan natin right now. It starts with the 200MP na main camera sensor. Meron siya OIS and ang kanyang aperture is 1.7. Then, of course, there's the 10MP na periscope telephoto lens which can give you up to 10 times optical zoom and, of course, 100 times na digital zoom. Meron din siyang 10MP na telephoto lens. It comes with OIS and, of course, 3 times optical zoom. Then, of course, there's the 12MP na ultra-wide lens. Probably one of my favorite lens is the ultra-wide lens. Then, this one can shoot up to 8K and 30 FPS, by the way. And ang kanyang front camera, 12MP na front-facing shooter, aperture 2.2. And of course, 4K 60 FPS ang kanyang maximum video recording capability. Now, taking itong phone na ito outdoors, I was able to take a lot of good shots. From mga outdoor shots, sobrang nice. I can imagine, no, na having a camera like this one gives you a lot of flexibility when you are very creative. You can do a lot of shots dito using this phone. Yung karamihan ng mga shots ko dito are mostly point and shoot. And I can say mga outdoor shots ko is definitely nice. And one thing na na-notice ko dito sa kanya, no, na yung kanyang ultra-wide lens is medyo mas brighter mga nakaka-capture niyang images as compared sa kanyang normal lens and of course ang kanyang telephoto lens. Now, si telephoto lens is medyo mas similar sa color na naku-capture ng wide sensor, the main lens. And looking at some of these photos, I can say most of them are crisp and sharp. And zooming up to 10 times zoom dito sa photo na ito, I can say the photo is still usable. Now, bringing this phone indoors, I can say mga shots are also really nice and really sharp. I can really tell you na mga food shot dito, it looks yummier. And of course, the coffee dito, I can say na probably one of the better dramatic shot na nakuha ko dito sa phone na ito. And taking some food shot and product shot, this phone is exceptionally good. And tinry ko rin kumuha ng mga night shot dito, no? Itong phone na ito is also fast in capturing night shots. And tinry din natin kumuha ng moon shot using the 100 times zoom nito sa phone na ito, no? Sarili naman siya mag-detect na it's a moon. Mag-a-adjust na siya, no? And using the front-facing camera, kahit 12MP lang siya, no? It was able to capture a lot of good shots dito for me. I was really thrilled to use itong front-facing camera, no? Lalo na when I'm taking some vlogs dito. It was exceptionally good taking some 4K 60 FPS and, well, uploading to TikTok. Ganda sobrang resolution, no? And here are some samples. So guys, this is the resolution you'll be getting if you're vlogging using the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra UHD 60 FPS, and I can say the resolution is definitely clear. Probably one of the best vlogging phone that I can say for this year 2023 from Samsung. And of course, I don't expect anything less from this flagship. Just pure camera power. You can see the details of the leaves behind me, and you can see every single details of the buildings behind me. What do you think? And using the rear camera to take some 4K 60 FPS video, check this out. And one function na natutuwa ako dito sa Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, no? Well, probably this is not something new if you're an iOS user. Pwede mo lang ihawakan tong photo na ito, no? And you can easily crop it out and paste it somewhere else. Kita mo, yung sarili ko, na crop out from yung kanyang background. This is a very useful tool na meron dito sa Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. But of course, it's not new for any iOS user. And another thing na gusto ko rin dito sa Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is yung shortcut dito sa gilid. Very useful. And this phone comes in several colors. You can check it out sa mga Samsung Experience Center for more details. And itong phone na ito is being priced at 89,990 for the 12 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage. If you want to know kung saan na pwede mabili, I'll be posting the link on the description box below. Now guys, for my verdict, would I say that this phone is one of the best for 2023? Based on my experience for 2 weeks, well, I can say definitely it's a yes. Kasi the experience is really nice. The gameplay is good. But of course, it could have been better with some firmware update. But the camera, for me, it's exceptionally well. It was able to perform in any lighting conditions, and taking some videos using the front-facing camera. Ang dami kong in-upload sa TikTok account ko, no, using itong front-facing camera. I could hardly do it and replicate it sa mga phones ko like the Xiaomi 13 Pro. Hindi niya kaya. Ganon kagandang resolution. This one was able to nail it for me. So guys, my next video would be a little bit more exciting. I'll be taking this phone, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, to pit it against the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Stay tuned for that video. I'm sure it's an exciting battle. So if you like this video, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, hit yun na rin yung bell icon para hindi nyo ma-miss mga uploads ko dito sa aking channel. And so ako pala si Richard, you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up?